One of the worst things I did was I gave people credit where people should have never been given credit. And I know that might sound bonkers, but that's part of the reason why it's that I've adopted the philosophy of if I can't pick them up and throw them, I don't trust them at all. I really don't. When I think about the number of times that I've been hoodwinked and conned and taken advantage of, I mean, there's even something in the Bible that speaks about guarding your heart. I mean, just look at the stuff that goes on. Which is so sad is that the ones that sit there and basically roll out the carpet and just act stupid about what's going on. But yeah, they'll be the first ones to, you know, want somebody else to help them if in their time of need. I mean, that's a shame. I mean, I just look at this stuff. It's just like the leaving sales receipts in bags, knowing that I would take them back to where they needed to go back to and all that kind of stuff. Just basically sucking me out of my energy. And I mean, it's just like I just look at one of them sitting there and pulling her pranks, not even disclosing to me that she's either a stockbroker or a broker, and that basically knew that I not only am artistic but teach art classes, and I just look at the stuff. It's just, but that also deals the reason why they ended up breaking my arm, because I knew I was right-handed. And it was just a way to get at me. That's exactly what it was. But it doesn't mean they got by with anything, if that makes any sense. It really doesn't. I mean, it's just like me going ahead, and I went ahead and phoned the guy that drugged and raped me. And I confronted him over the phone. And shortly thereafter, I think is when he ended up getting married. Probably to hide his assets. Literally to hide his assets. Just act stupid about what he did. But see, even then, things caught up with him. Eventually, his medical license was revoked, and but even looking at the photographs of him, I mean, it just not only the dead, soulless eyes, but the look of arrogance and no remorse for what he had done. It's just like when I go back and I think, sometimes I go back in time and I think about the look on his face and all that kind of stuff, and it's just like there's no doubt in my mind that it was premeditated. Well, which deals with like making a choice as far as stuff goes. At times I wonder. I mean, it's just like somebody I was talking to, and as soon as I confronted him on what was going on, it's like, just can't pull came up with an excuse basically to it's kind of like playing dodgeball or something. Oh, gotta go now. don't like being confronted. But but I look at it, it's just like, wow. I mean, just the Bible verse dealing with being lovers of selves. I mean, but not only that, well, there's a lot of stuff. It's just people need to read the Bible for themselves, and not let the wolves in the pulpits just sit there and cherry pick and manipulate stuff. But see, because they're doing that, more and more people are actually writing things and talking about basically the wolves in the pulpits and the sexual predators in the churches and the failure of Bergoglio and them to prosecute rapists and basically um people are what really screams at me is how people used to be involved in politics and stuff and thought that basically uh doing something in the political arena might actually help. I was one of them. I admit it. I thought by getting involved in politics that that I can make the world a better place, and man, was I wrong. I have to laugh about it, but I just that they didn't want me involved in politics. They made a point of trashing me by sending out stuff when they realized that I was trying to go and be in public office for the right reasons. So it was like, oh shit. So man, I just look at it. It's just like, and what's kind of funny is in its own weird ways, it's like, well, my name's not Jesus and it's not Jesus Christ, but I just look at the stuff that goes on. The reason why I say that is because of the ones that I just felt like I was being zapped with a taser when they were yelling and screaming at me, Jesus Christ, what the hell do you want? And all that kind of stuff. And I was like, just, I have to laugh about it. I'm like, oh, so basically I cared enough about them to say I was concerned about them because I had heard about different things going on and I was concerned. I wanted them to be very safe and make sure that somebody was walking to their car so they wouldn't get raped because of just some things that I basically was told was going on and all that kind of stuff. And then the next thing I know is I'm getting yelled and screamed at, Jesus Christ, what the hell do you want? And I'm like, oh gosh. But I have to laugh about it. I really do. It's like, well, that Aretha Franklin, RESPECT. That kind of comes to mind. What else? But anyhow. I actually went to go see Aretha down in Detroit. I didn't realize it was Valentine's Day weekend. With a woman And it was just like, oh crap. It was so funny. There were two, there were two guys in front of us, and they were kind of like looking at us, and I was looking at them, and then my friend said something about it being Valentine's Day week, and I'm like, I wonder if we could change seats or something. I'm kidding about that. Uh, but Aretha Franklin was it was kind of sad, quite frankly. It was kind of sad. To me, it was the whole thing was a disappointment. I forgot who else I wanted to go look at. If I'm not mistaken, I think that she ended up singing in the church choir. Um, One of the places where I ended up teaching art was a place, and there's a woman that was 103 years old. But I tell you what, I used to bring in clay, and they would sit there, and it was a lot of fun. And this one woman, I tell you what, some of the stuff that she made with that clay, I was like, oh no. But anyways, that they used to sit there and they would just start having so much fun, and they just would start singing the old just different songs. And I tell you what, talk about just that was way before there were like cameras that I could have taken in there to record them. And I just look at it, it's just like looking back at things I should have somehow or another got a tape recorder to record their voices singing. I tell you what, I've never heard anything like that before. Never. In fact, I don't think I've ever actually heard anything like that from a professional singer. I wonder if it's because it was I wonder if it was genuine and came from their hearts. That made sense. And it wasn't just to go out on stage and perform. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. I would wait, and then all of a sudden I would wait for the clay to get dry and put it in a kiln and fire it, and then bring it back. Um, and but they had it, and that's just it. It's just like I had fun and they had fun. It's just like we had fun together. It's just kind of like I look forward to going there, and they look forward to seeing me. And it's just like we could tell it in each other's eyes. I mean, there's just something about the light in the eyes. When somebody's eyes actually have the light on inside, and the eyes aren't soulless.